Everyone feeling all right? Anandamaya Abhyasa. Practice of Krishna Consciousness means you gradually come to the platform of blissfulness. Anandamaya Abhyasa. That is our prerogative, right? Hare Krishna. Now, chant the mantras. ईशावास्यम् इदं सर्वं यत्किञ्चित् जगत्यां जगत् तेन तत्तेन गुणीता मा वृथा पश्यसि धनं कुर्वन्नेवाह कर्माणि विशेषतां समः हीनन्नति कोऽस्ति न कर्माधिपते नरे असूर्या नामते लोका अन्धेन तमसावृतः तांस्ते प्रत्याभिगच्छन्ति ये केशात्महनो जनाः अनेजदेकं मनसो जवीयो नैन देवा आप्नुवन् पूर्वमर्षत् तद्धावतन्यानत्वेति तिष्ठत्तस्मिन्नपो मातरिष्य ददाति तदेजति तन्नैजति तद्दूरे तदन्तिके तदन्तरस्य सर्वस्य तदु सर्वस्यास्य बाह्यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मन्नेवानुपश्यति सर्वभूतेषु चात्मानं ततो न विजुगुप्सति यस्मिन् सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मन्नेवाभूद्विजानतः तत्र को मोहः शोक एकत्वम् अनुपश्यतः स प्रज्ञाचक्रमकायमभ्रण मस्नाविरं शुद्धमपापविध्यं कबीरमणिषि परिभूषयम्भो यथार्थथोत्थान् बतधाच्छाश्वतीभ्यः समाभ्यो अन्धं तमः प्रविशन्ति जीविद्यामुपासते ततो भूय ईवते तमो जाओ विद्यायां रतः इति सुश्रुतधीराणां येन सद्विचक्षुषे विद्यां च अविद्यां च यस्य विदो भयं सः अविद्या मृत्युं तीर्चा विद्यामृतमस्मृते. Chant this verse again. Vidya cha vidyang cha jasya vido bhayang saha avidya mrityum tirtha vidyam mritamasmriti. The next verse. Andhang tama pravishanti je sambhutim upasate ततो भूय इवते तम जाऊ संभुतांग दता अंधम जे संभुतिम उपासते ततो भूय इवते तम जाऊ संभुत्याम दता संभुत्याम. Again chant.
Andham tamaha pravishanti ye samtam upasate tato viya ivate tamo jaru samyamataha.
Again, annang tama pravishanti je sambhutim upasate tatu bhuya ivati tamo javu sambhutyang rata. So those who are engaged in the worship of demigods enter into the darkest region of ignorance. And still more so do the worshippers of the Absolute. If we do not know how to worship, then first of all the materialists, they worship some demigod for immediate effect. Just like even in our ordinary life, to get some immediate effect, suppose I want some business from somebody, so I worship him, I flatter him, just to satisfy him, or if I serve somewhere, so I want to satisfy my immediate boss. That is natural. But this satisfaction, trying to satisfy our immediate benefactor, that is described in the Bhagavad Gita, kamastasya hitogyana. Those who are lost of intelligence. Kama is, why they have lost their intelligence? Kama, being greedy or lusty. I want something, I desire something for my sense enjoyment. So, just like in Vedic literature, there is worship of goddess Kali. Why they worship goddess Kali? Because in the Kali Puja, in the worship of Kali, there is a prescribed method of sacrificing a goat animal. So these devotees are actually after eating meat. But if they worship Krishna or Vishnu, that is not possible. If somebody comes here, give me prasadam meat, that is not possible. So therefore they will not come. They will go to some mission who are worshipper of Kali, a very good devotee, because they are offering meat and this, what is called this turkey prasadam. So turkey prasadam, meat prasadam, for that purpose they go to worship this goddess of Kali. Actual purpose is to eat meat. But Vedas is so broad that you may question then why in these Vedas this worship of Kali is recommended. Yes, it is recommended for the third class man. Third class man, they will not be able to give up. If a third class man, if I say that just like we are preaching, you cannot take meat, or this is not very good advice to the ordinary man, therefore they are not coming here. Or Swamiji is very conservative. He restricts so many things. So this Krishna consciousness movement is not for the third class man, only first class man, more than first class man. Those who are above first class man, they will understand. So therefore in the Bhagavad Gita it is stated, kamastasya hitogyana. They do not know first class, what is the difference between the first class man and the third class man or fourth class man. The first class man knows what is the aim of his life? The third class, fourth class man, they do not know what is the aim of life. That is the difference. How a man becomes first class, how a man... by quality. Vyavahārena jāyanti. Just like you treat somebody as enemy and you treat somebody as a friend. But both the man has the same hands and legs, and maybe whom you treat as enemy, he may be more beautiful. But why you treat him as enemy? Na vyavahārena. Na kaschit kasyatis ripu. Na kaschit kasyatis mitra. Nobody is enemy or friend, but vyavahārena jāyanti mitrani ripavastatha. But by your dealings with him, if he acts favorably for you, then he is friend. And if he acts unfavorably for you, then he becomes an enemy. Similarly, these first class, second class, fourth class men, how they are classified by their behavior. Not that a man is born third class and man is born. If third class man born may become first class. So we are giving chance to everyone. Never mind. You are third class, fourth class, fifth class, 10th class, whatever you come to become first class. We are inviting everyone. We have no distinction. Krishna has no such distinction. That Krishna says, Māṅ hi pārtha vipāsritya jepishu pāpajunaya. My dear Arjun, if somebody takes to Krishna consciousness, never mind he is born in an abominable family, Vidyābhūṣana tatha Sudra, or in the human society, less intelligent class of men like Sudra or woman, never mind, whatever he may be, or she may be. If he takes or she takes to Krishna consciousness, tepi janti parangati. They are also elevated to the platform where from he can go back to home, back to God. So for us, there is no restriction. We don't say that you don't come. We invite everyone. Take prasadam, chant Hare Krishna, that is our program. But the Shastra says that those who are demigod worshippers, Babhishwarvadi, they take so many gods. Everyone is God. That philosophy is very palatable nowadays. Everyone is God. You are God, I am God. And whomever I worship, I get the jatamat tatapat. Whatever opinion you have got, that is all right. These things are going on. But the Vedas, the Shastras, they do not say like that. If you worship demigod, then you get the result which can be derived from that particular demigod. If you worship Kali, all right, you can eat a little prasadam, meat. But the thing is, the question was, why the Vedas have recommended the Kali Puja or worship of Kali? Why not only Krishna? Actually, only Krishna is to worship. That is, in the Bhagavad Gita you will find, Sarva dharman parityajya, give up all nonsense, simply surrender. That is real dharma. But the third class, fourth class man who cannot take it, for them, all right, you worship Goddess Kali, the energy of Krishna. If you cannot go touch the fire immediately, just try to utilize the heat of fire. You cannot go. Just like we are not eligible to enter into the sun planet. It is so fiery. But we can utilize the energy of sun by going to the sunlight. The Vedas recommend that you worship this God or this God. That means at least this third class, fourth class may recognize that there is some authority. Therefore, and I am going to eat meat, so it should be with the permission of Goddess Kali. Only for this purpose. The purpose is to restrict him. Therefore it is recommended. Similarly, why you are recommending marriage? No illicit sex life. That means restriction. If we allow unrestricted sex life, he will remain a dog, a cat. The purpose is restriction. Otherwise one may argue, oh, why do you say illicit sex? Here is also sex, there is also sex. Why? This is for the purpose. That if he indulges in illicit sex life as he likes, like cats and dogs, he will remain cats and dogs forever. He will never be able to improve. It is meant for restriction. Pravittireshang bhutanam nidvittesu mahaphalam. Everyone has got this tendency for meat eating, for sex life, for drinking. That is natural. Pravittireshang. These, I would say, desires, propensities are there in everywhere. Therefore somebody says that Swamiji does not allow even the facilities of human life. They think that illicit sex and intoxication and meat eating and gambling, these are facilities for human life. You see? Therefore, they are called in the ignorant. They are not facilities. They are the means of dragging you down to the hell. They are not facilities for going to hell. So, these facilities should not be allowed. They should be restricted. If we want to elevate, that we explained the other last Monday, that human life is meant for tapa, divyam. So you are hearing all these things. I am speaking also repeatedly. The same thing is here. Andhatama pravishanti de asammati upasate. Asammati means these demigods. People, we are thinking that just like the sun is also demigod. So sun, we are thinking, the materialist scientists, they are thinking the sun is the cause of this creation. But he is not cause of the creation. The cause of the creation, cause of everything is Krishna. Sarva karana karana, cause of all causes. But because we do not know, we think that he is the cause, here is the cause. Just like scientists, they say, law of gravitation. They advance in scientific progress accepting this axiomatic truth. But they do not know who has made this law of gravitation. You cannot deal with this law of gravitation. It is, as soon as you say law, the law must have been made by somebody. So they have no eyes to see or they have no intelligence to understand that behind everything there is Krishna. That is stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Maya dhakshena prakriti svati sacharacharam. Under my superintendence, the material nature is working. Here it is said, andhatam. Those who do not know whom to worship, they enter into the darkest region. And if somebody says that I know what is to be worshipped, he also enters into the still more darkness. Therefore one has to take instruction. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya. These things are all stated in the Bhagavad Gita. You read very carefully. Chanting is also those who have got still more intelligence. They should read also books. What for? I am preparing so many books. It is especially for my students, not for making business that I have to. Business I can do so many others. But why I am taking so much trouble? So try to understand these things, that if we do not worship Krishna, Krishna worship means that is not worship. There is two words, worship and service. Worship is meant for this demigod, but service is meant for Krishna. Nobody can accept service. Only Krishna, Ekala Ishwar Krishna. He can accept service. Nobody can accept service. So today is the birth, they are Baladeva Vidyābhūṣana. So, Baladeva Vidyābhūṣana, you have seen in my Bhagavad Gita, his name is dedicated to Baladeva Vidyābhūṣana, who has written the commentary on Brahma Sutra, Vidyābhūṣana. This Baladeva Vidyābhūṣana is our Acharya. Baladeva Vidyābhūṣana is a fourth generation Acharya from Lord Chaitanya. Fourth or fifth. Anyway, he is one of the Acharyas, just like Goswamis, they are Acharyas, Srinivasa Acharya, so Acharya Parampara, disciplic succession. So Baladeva Vidyābhūṣana is also Acharya in this Gauriya Sampradaya. So his special gift, every Acharya means he gives some special thing. Previous Acharya has given and the next Acharya gives something more. That is the symptom of Acharya. And the incarnation also, just like Lord Buddha incarnation, then Shankaracharya, then Ramanujacharya, then Madhyacharya, then in this way Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So every Acharya is giving a further lift. So the Baladeva Vidyābhūṣana also gave a further lift to this sampradaya. What is that? Baladeva Vidyābhūṣana wrote commentary on Brahma Sutra, Vedanta Sutra. Vedanta Sutra, his Vedanta Sutra commentary is known as Vidyābhūṣana, commentary of Govinda. The history is that this Gauriya Sampradaya did not write any commentary on the Vedanta Sutra because according to our Sampradaya, we accept this Srimad Bhagavatam as the commentary of Vedanta Sutra. Bhāṣyam Brahma Sutranam. Lord Chaitanya has recommended, it is stated in this Srimad, that this Srimad Bhagavatam is the real commentary of Vedanta Sutra. Vaiṣṇava is the writer of the philosophy, Vedanta Sutra. And he personally, under the instruction of his spiritual master, Narad, personally wrote this commentary, Srimad Bhagavatam, on his own book, on his own philosophy, Vedanta Sutra. If a writer, if the author himself writes some commentary, that is the perfect, because he knows what is what. Therefore, because the Srimad Bhagavat is there, the Gaudiya Vaiṣṇava, they did not attempt to write another separate commentary on the Brahma Sutra. Any intelligent man can understand that this Srimad Bhagavatam is commentary on the Vedanta Sutra. The Vedanta Sutra begins with Janmadasya, Athāta Brahma Jigyāsa, and Bhagavat says, Jivasya Tattva Jigyāsa. Brahma Jigyāsa and Tattva Jigyāsa is the same thing. The human life is meant for inquiring for the Absolute. In the Srimad Bhagavatam it is there. And the next aphorism in the Vedanta Sutra is Janmadasya Jataha. This Gaudiya Sampradaya did not take unnecessary trouble again. The Acharya Sampradaya, if my previous Acharya has written something, so he will not touch those points, but he will write something which can develop further. That is Acharya. Not that chewing the chewed. Somebody has written something and he is also writing the same thing. No. If he at all writes, he will write something which will beautify or glorify or magnify the former ideas. That is it. So this Vaiṣṇava Sampradaya did not write commentary on the Vedanta Sutra because they knew that already Vyasadeva, our original guru, he has already written Srimad Bhagavatam, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has recommended, and it is stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhāsya ayam Brahma Sutrana. This is the real commentary on the Brahma Sutra. But those are smarta Brahmins, they objected in Jaipur. In the Jaipur, there is Govinda Seva, temple of Govindaji. The king of Jaipur took away when Aurangzeb was harassing Hindus and he was breaking some of the Hindu temple. At that time, from Vrindavan, the Govinda Murti, not only Govinda, Govinda Gopinath and Madan Mohan, these murtis were taken from Vrindavan to Jaipur. The king of Jaipur, he was Vaiṣṇava. So, along with the deity, the priest or the worship, those who are engaged in the temple worship, they are also taken. That is the system. So, they were, as usual, worshipping, but some of the smarta Brahmins, they objected that Gaudiya Sampradaya is not bona fide. Why not bona fide? Just like Dr. Stahl objected that this Krishna Consciousness movement is not Vedic. Therefore I immediately protested. No, it is 100% Vedic. So, when the smarta Brahmins, they objected that this Gaudiya Sampradaya is not Vedic. How one is Vedic? Any Sampradaya, if you inaugurate some party, then he must comment on the Vedanta Sutra, otherwise that party is not bona fide. That is Vedic rule. One must understand what is Brahma Sutra. So because there was no particular commentary on the Brahma Sutra by the Gaudiya Sampradaya on account of presence of Srimad Bhagavatam, so they objected. So this information was given at that time to Vrindavan. Vrindavan, Vishwanath Chakravarti, you have heard the name of Vishwanath Chakravarti. He is also Acharya and vastly great scholar. So all the Vaishnavas requested him that please write a commentary on the Vedanta Sutra, otherwise they are objecting that we are not Vedic. At that time he was very old, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So he thought it wise. He asked this Baladeva Vidyābhūṣana, he happened to be just like his disciple, that I am very old now, I cannot go out of Vrindavan, so you take up this job and write one commentary on the Vedanta Sutra immediately. So he took up the matter. He has written many other books, Baladeva Vidyābhūṣana. So he immediately started for Jaipur, Govindaji's temple. And this is the Acharya. Unless I am authorized, unless I am empowered, how I can write? Oh. This is Vaiṣṇava. Not that because I have got some ABCD knowledge, I can write something. No. Just like one civil service officer, Mr. Gupta, sent me one commentary on the Bhagavad Gita. Perhaps you know, you have delivered that, returned that manuscript. So I immediately pointed out that there are so many discrepancies. We cannot publish this. So they have taken back. So he thought that because he is ICS officer, civil service officer, very big officer in India, therefore he can write commentary on Bhagavad Gita. These nonsense things are going on. Anyone, he has got some ABCD knowledge, he thinks that I can write and something. No. You cannot write anything unless you are authorized by the discipleship. You have no access in it. So this Baladeva Vidyābhūṣana went to Jaipur, and for 3 days continually he laid himself flat, just like we offer obeisances in that way, without taking any food and water, asking permission from Govind, whether I shall write. Of course he was ordered still to confirm it, that Vishwanath Chakravarti has asked me to write, but if you confirm it, then I shall be in that. So Govindaji informed me, yes, you write, I give you order, I immediately write. So he began to write this Bhāṣa, commentary of Vedanta Sutra, and it came out very, very successful. Govinda Bhāṣa commentary on Vedanta Sutra available, this is in Sanskrit. But we are describing the same conclusion in our different books. In Srimad Bhagavad also the same conclusion is there. You don't require to read separately, but because the Smarta Brahmins challenged that you are not Vedic, because you have no commentary on the Vedanta Sutra, so this Baladeva Vidyābhūṣana gave us the Govinda Bhāṣa. Of course, other Vaishnava Acharyas like Ramanucharya, Madhvacharya, they have given commentary on Bhagavad Gita, but we, Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, we are benedicted by this Baladeva Acharya Prabhu, and his life is that he appeared in the family of Vaishya community. His forefathers were agriculturists. But he became a great devotee and great scholar in Sanskrit, and he has got his commentaries on Bhagavad Gita and Vidyābhūṣana, and he has written many other books, all in Sanskrit. So his birthday, appearance day is today. So it is our duty to commemorate the activities of the acharyas and offer our respect and ask from them benediction for our progress. That is the system. Therefore, we have listed the appearance and disappearance of the acharyas. We should take advantage of these auspicious dates and offer our respect to the acharya. Thank you very much.